Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Christopher Osborne and I'm here again with Rays of Hope. And today we are at Georgian University in Lakewood, New Jersey. And I will be interviewing the Dean of Students, Dean Amani Jennings. Hello everyone, this is the Dean of Georgian University right here in Lakewood, New Jersey. How are you?
Doing well, how you doing?
Good, good. Thank you for asking me. So I just have a couple of questions. The first one is, what does the Dean of Students do?
On this campus, Dean of Students does different things on different campuses. On this campus, the offices that report to me are health services, counseling services, residence life, and student life. Primarily what comes out of the Dean of Students office, we handle student conduct, student judicial affairs, we handle Title IX investigations, residence life. We do have about 450 resident students on campus, so residence life handles that area and makes sure that we're providing a healthy and academic environment for those students who do choose to live on campus. Health services, we do have health services that are available to all of our students at no cost. We have 2 full-time registered nurses and 3 per diem nurses. So that's what comes out of health services. Counseling, we do have a staff of 3 licensed psychiatrists on campus. Again, services that are free to students. Open day and evening. That office also handles different veterans affairs. We do have a number of veteran students on campus.
Awesome.
And the Office of Student Life handles student leadership and engagement and student activities.
Awesome.
So that's everything from Student Government Association to our Campus Activities Board. We have different leadership groups on campus, such as our Women in Leadership Development Group and Emerging Leaders. So those types of student engagement pieces come out of the Office of Student Life.
Oh wow, so you have a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Job is very important, I can tell, yes. So I know you said you have 400 to 500 resident students. What would you say the average number is students on that just attend Georgian University in general?
I would say a safer number would probably be between 1,100 and 1,200 students, both undergraduate and graduate. We do have satellite campuses, one in Wall Township. So there are other satellite locations where we do have students.
Okay.
So I would say probably about 1,200 would be a safe number.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So then my next question is, why do you think it's important for students to vote?
Well, I think it's important for students to vote just because I do believe it's a civic duty. While I understand that someone has a right to say that they don't want to participate in that process, I think that voting is clear. If we just take a look at the political climate that exists in the country right now and how hotly contested the last presidential election was, and even more so than the presidential election, if you take a look at the local elections, which are equally important, I think that it's clear. It becomes very evident why voting is important. I understand that some people feel that their individual vote does not matter in the grand scheme of things. But if you really take a look, particularly at local elections, but even at the presidential election, you can see how the individual vote matters. It's significant, and it is one of the reasons why political parties or those who are running for offices, they will give certain attention to certain groups and in their campaigning, and they may not give attention to other groups.
Right.
Because if they don't feel that your group is one that's going to come out to vote, then they're not going to necessarily cater to you or come and speak to you.
Right.
But there are certain groups you'll see, there are certain groups that any candidate, they're going to go and talk to those people because they know come election day, there are certain groups that will come out and vote.
Right.
So that in itself is evidence that the vote matters. We have to be involved in a political process.
Agreed, I do agree. On average, how many students do you think vote on campus?
I mean, it's kind of hard for me to say. I mean, any number I gave you would be an estimate because that's something, I mean, that's a personal decision. We don't ask students to report that to us.
Right.
And that's something that they do on their own. So I really couldn't give you even an estimate on that number.
Oh, okay.
I would hope it's a lot.
Right. What are some of the things that you do on campus to make sure that students are politically aware of what's going on?
Well, each year we do participate in Constitution Day. This past Monday we had an event where it was really the kickoff for our voter registration campaign. This year we are also throughout this month up through about mid-October, we'll also be doing voter registration throughout that time period. And so for us, we are not interested or involved in pushing any particular political agenda. the college experience is one where is designed for students to grow and for their minds to expand, and that could be expanding and growing to the left, or that could be expanding and growing to the right, or anywhere in between. So I would say the most important thing that we do at this institution, and I would say most schools are like this, is to engage the student intellectually, so that they are intelligent voters and that they also understand how important the vote is. And should a student choose not to participate in the political process, we want to engage them so that they understand and they can articulate why they're not. For us, it's all about expanding the mind of the student, and encouraging them to register to vote is just something that we feel is important. But again, there are some students I can imagine you'll talk to, and they can be very articulate as to why they don't participate in the process. But we have a lot of clubs and organizations on campus that participate. I mean, throughout this month, you're going to see different groups throughout the month who are going to be helping us to register voters. It's something the university president is he's a political scientist by training and education, and so he's very much interested and involved in the political process. Last year we did for Constitution Day, we had a panel discussion. He and I talked to students, not just about the political process, but also about rights of speech, freedoms that students have. During that time, that was when there was a lot of protests on college campuses by certain types of groups, and so we held a forum where we talked to students about their rights, what are their rights to speech, and that type of thing. And so it's just a part of the regular conversation that we have here on this campus. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for answering these questions.
Sure.
I know there were a lot. I know you're very, very busy.
It's okay. Well, you see my desk.
Yes, but I want to say thank you for me and the organization for answering these questions.
Thanks for coming to our campus.
Of course. And thank you guys for watching. And I want to thank Miss Lisa. And also I want to thank you for having us and being able to walk around the campus and ask people if they're registered or not. And it's just a great opportunity.
Hope you enjoy the campus.
Thank you guys for watching. See you later.